everybody, welcome in another episode of Savannah Sips, and this time we have a big one. This is Battle of the Bourbons. These two locations have one thing in common, and they are both saying that they are the number one old-fashioned in Savannah. Going to tell you a little bit about both of them, and hopefully you can decide for yourself. First, we're going to head to Bootlegger down on the riverfront. This 1920s speakeasy is such an experience. Talking before the show, and it's one of those ones where you can have such a fun time as a group. You can go in and have a quick cocktail. It sets up an amazing vibe, and really is something it's hard to explain, and you just kind of have to see for yourself. Sat down with General Manager Lee Trammell and bartender Brittany Craig to discuss what makes Bootlegger such a great place.
1920 style speakeasy. We opened a year and a half ago, located on River Street in the River Street Inn Hotel. Beautiful historical building, over 200 years old in here. So definitely known for our cocktails and a good vibe.
Oh, well, our drinks are, I love our drinks personally, like as a person that likes to go out in the city and, you know, partake in the spirits and the local culture. But what I like about here especially is the fact that you really can have it all. It's a nice variety pack. So like if you want a super fancy drink, like I got you. But if you just want to have a beer and a shot, you can also do that. And so it's definitely something for everybody.
I think it's the staff and the ambiance that keeps the guests coming back. It's the bartenders. We have a great team here. They put on a great show here. We're definitely known for the best old fashioned here in Savannah, and the ambiance. Even our manager, you might find her in a 1920 style flapper telling a ghost story in here. So and our guests are really intrigued by that.
It's everything, of course. How dare you? But definitely the old fashioned. The old fashioned is definitely the standout because we do a double smoke method, which a lot of places don't do. It's definitely something that's unique to the environment. And you know, he's so cute. Like, how could you not like him? So it's just a good time. So.
Our speakeasy martini as well, Kettle One Chambord pineapple juice. We actually put an edible infused bubble on top of there as well that the ladies and the guests seem to like a lot.
We also have really great happy hour specials. So Sunday through Thursday, you get half off martinis from 11 to 4, and again from 7 to 8. So there's two of them. If you missed the first one, you can hit the second one. And it's a $5 pour on the house wines and a $5 pour of Mich Ultra and Yingling. So the first Friday of the month is our Roaring 20s night. If you come dressed up, you know, in your 20s attire, looking very fancy, of course, you're gonna drink the drinks with your pinky out, and you get 20% off of your check. And you know, that we actually pass out appetizers and stuff too. You know, that's a night that I normally partake in while I'm enjoying the manager and the flapper wear. Just the gentlemen wear the sparkly vests and stuff like that. So it's just a good time.
A lot of locals come out for that. It's a great time for families to come out and check us out.
One of the fun things I learned when we were at the Bootlegger was that they have a theme they do on the first Friday of every month. They have 1920s night. You dress in the time-appropriate attire, and it's 20% off your bill. So a little fun experience to go along with an enjoyable cocktail. But next, we're going to head over to Little James, which, as I said, this is the battle of the old fashions, and they are claiming they are the old fashioned in Savannah. We sat down to speak with General Manager James Mitchell and lead bartender Joshua Davis about what makes their old fashioned the best in town. The rumor, the myth is that Little James is actually named after you. Now, I know that's not the case. If you could just give us a little background on Little James.
So the background for Little James is James Overthorpe, which is the founder of Savannah. and we're included in the Ann Hotel, which is the ship that he came in on to Savannah and to the port. So that's the real reason behind Little James, not me. So.
Okay. Little James, from what I see, is it does a little bit of everything. You've got food and all that, but it's also a cocktail place in the evenings. For you guys, I know it's like asking an opinion, but at the same time, we want your opinion. You're here. For you guys, what is the draw, the thing about Little James that is going to be so enticing for people to come in and try it?
I would say we have the best of both worlds. We have coffee and we have cocktails. Not only do we have good food, we have a good staff. We have a good environment here, and we try to make this something for the local community to come in and relax and either enjoy a coffee or enjoy a nice cocktail, in the evening.
Like what you said, it's definitely but yeah, no, the draw is definitely the fact that we have coffee during the day and breakfast, and then in the evening we go to a beautiful cocktail bar. You can come and get various craft cocktails from us and enjoy a cool vibe. It's usually a pretty chill environment until, we kind of like to shake things up every first and third Friday, so, bring a little liveliness. On top of that, I would absolutely say, I'm sure you can look around the room and look at the beautiful artwork that we have. So we'll be having like local artists post work throughout the restaurant in different months and stuff, so that's a whole nother element. Like, you get a true feel of the people that are here and what they see through their artistic lens. So.
Absolutely. You mentioned the cocktails. I said that as soon as I looked at everything, it caught my eye. I had to know about it. You guys got the Root Man floats, and I just need to know a little bit about that. Where did that come from? Whose idea was it? And what goes into that?
So the Root Man float, Cindy Lance is the owner of Root Man, which is a beverage aperitif company. So he's one of my mentors, and I've been dealing with him for a long time. So I wanted to do a collab and a partnership with him, with Root Man, and actually, do something different. So between me and the bartenders, we came up with the idea. Let's do a float, but call it a Root Man float. So we take two of his aperitifs, which is fig and vanilla and the wild berry coconut, and we make two different variations of a Coke float. So we use a little bit of that. We use ice cream from Leopold's and Fever Tree Cherry Cola. So, and a little bit of whipped cream, a little bit of cinnamon, and it gives it a different taste to it. So, and it's very still refreshing, and you can add alcohol to it as well. So, if you choose to. So,
cocktail bar, that kind of seems like the thing to do. I have to assume in the summertime that's something to absolutely want to get after. For you guys, it's kind of a two-parter, and I said the second part of this is like trying to pick your favorite child. Mm-hmm. It's not always the easiest thing to do, but what do you guys notice is the most popular cocktail here, and then what would you say is your favorite cocktail here? If someone comes in, asks what's good, what are you recommending as the cocktail, Josh?
Personally, my favorite, as far as the menu is concerned, I really do like the Midsummer Margarita. Okay. It's a pretty well balanced cocktail. It has that honey simple in it, as well as cucumber and the tequila. So it makes a very good blend, but it's light. It's not too sweet at all. Especially during the summer, it's a refreshing drink. The cucumber revitalizes you for sure. But I would say the most popular drink, if I had to choose one, would probably be the Paradise Punch. People see Paradise and they're like, "Woo, where did you get that?" And so it's a little sweet tart. It's a good beverage for sure. But then I won't lie. Often people try the Midsummer after I tell them about it. They're like, "I really like this one." So and the espresso martini is probably.
Yeah, and I always say that I will go with the espresso martini because I always say we have the best espresso martini in Savannah, and I will stand by that anywhere. But also the Paradise Punch. When I created that cocktail, I thought about being in paradise, right? So what will I drink in paradise? So that's why I wanted to create something refreshing, something a little sweet, not too overly sweet, but it has a balance to it. So that'll be my second one, and also the Midsummer Marg. It's not your traditional margarita, but it makes you think about being in the Mediterranean because it has the aperitif, has the Aperol in it. Campari. Sorry, has the Campari in it, and it's just a well-balanced cocktail. So.
You said you kind of helped or made the cocktail menus, a lot of that, but we also have someone here who makes them on a day-to-day basis. When you guys are putting together a cocktail menu like this, how much experimenting goes into figuring out what's going to, I ask this all the time, you get that reaction. Some people are very confident with their experimenting, but how much experimenting goes into what ends up on the menu as a cocktail here at Little James?
When I first started the menu, it was a lot of experimenting. They gave me a template, but I had to change everything to make it fit the theme. Now going forward with Joshua, it's still a lot of, because we bounce ideas off each other.
Yeah.
So, and that's what, him having the experience and us both having experience in bartending, we bounce ideas off each other. So sometimes we'll scratch it off and like, okay, let's do this. Or he'll make something, I say, oh, you might want to add this. And so it's a fun game that we play, try to make sure we making good cocktails and easy cocktails for everybody to learn, as well as for people to, if they want to learn that recipe, they can make the rest, make the drink as well. So.
It definitely can be a process, but it's fun, especially when you're like me and you're just a mad scientist. So I like to experiment. He'll come around the corner off and he's like, "What you doing?" And I'm just like, I'm creating, man. I'm creating, and so it's definitely a fun game. I can neither confirm nor deny that it might be a competition sometimes between us, but it's good. Competition breeds creativity and breeds success. So we definitely have a good time with it. For sure.
Absolutely. Following up on that, because I could see something here. Has there ever been one that up here it made so much sense, and then once you did it, you're like, no, that does not make sense, and it just doesn't work? Can you think of an instance like that?
Absolutely. Tequila Express.
Yeah.
You just had that moment.
Yeah, we just had a moment last week. I was like, this doesn't work. So we had to change it. We changed it right in that moment. And between us bouncing ideas together, we were able to create a better cocktail. So, but yeah, we do that very, very often. So, and then with us getting ready to probably change the menu in the fall, we'll probably have that process all over again with us bouncing ideas off of. I'm pretty sure he has 1,000 ideas, I have 1,000 ideas, but it works. So.
Absolutely. And then we always ask at the end, do you guys have anything coming up people should know about it? I know you guys have events and all that sort. Is there anything you can touch on for that?
So every first and third Friday, we have patio parties. We either have live music or a DJ. The last patio party we had, we had an art pop-up. So we had a local artist from SCAD. Her artwork is all around here. Put her artwork up, and it was very good turnout. So every first and third we have patio parties. During the week we have what we call wine happy hour. So from 12 to 2 Monday through Friday, we have half off wine. Monday through Friday. Also we have happy hour from 4 to 7. And am I missing anything? And we'll have additional events going into the fall. Like we're going to do a beer fest and all that stuff here, and we're going to do something for Labor Day. When we get all that stuff out, we'll start putting that stuff out.
Perfect. So my thanks to Lee and Brittany at the Bootlegger and James and Joshua at Little James. I had an amazing time at both these places. They could not have been nicer. Such a great experience. And, naturally, being a fan of an old fashioned, I felt it was my journalistic duty to sample both of these for you, to give you an honest review. I am not a huge fan of the smoking of an old fashioned, which is one of the main things they do at Bootlegger, but I have to say, it really, really works. It had some great flavor. It was a lot of fun. Brittany is incredibly knowledgeable about exactly what you like and how she can tailor it to you. It made for a great, great old fashioned. And on the other side of Little James, they have a little twist to their old fashioned, which is that it's a rhubarb old fashioned. Now, I have never had rhubarb before, and I was a little, skeptical, but it's one of those things where you try it, and if you're an old fashioned person, it works perfectly and it plays through perfectly. So it made it a really, really tough decision. And you know what? I at this point, you can call me crazy. I don't think I can crown a winner because they are just so good. So we're gonna need you guys to go out there and try them and let us know what you think. Which one is the best old fashioned in Savannah? Because right now, they're both number one in my book. And I hope if you know of a better one, please let me know. I would love to try it and get back to you guys on that. But now we want to know where you guys think we need to go. Please send us an email at digital@wsav.com with the places that we need to check out, or leave a comment in this video right here. We're always open to anywhere and everywhere. We want to experience everything that this city has to offer in the way of cocktails, beers, and, restaurant atmosphere. But in the meantime, I ask you all to drink safe, drink responsibly, and try drinking somewhere different.